Okay, hello and welcome aboard the next leg of my coast to coast tour, which sees us go from Winslow Muni to Black Rock, crossing into another state, the state of New Mexico. So let's get underway. Did start my flying club flight, double check. Yep. Alright. Okay. Head on altimeter. We're at 4,900. We're going to an airport at 6,500 feet up. These airports just get higher and higher and higher. It's ridiculous. Cruising today at, you know what, I can't remember. We'll take ourselves up to about 11,000 feet, I think. Should suffice. Okay, versus nose up. Put the heading on as well. Oops. Flaps set. Auto. The lights on, and we are prepared and ready for departure. Beautiful clear day here in Winslow. This is the 11th leg of my tour. Navigraph's not giving me the icon, unfortunately. So we're not too sure what's happening. Anyway, let's ignore that and just carry on as we are. Brakes or flaps are set. I think I've got everything set up I need to, so let's get underway. It's a beautiful clear day. Okay, a bit more speed up and then we'll rotate. Okay, we're in airport. Autopilot engaged. Flaps up. Lights off. Get a little bit of altitude before we make our turn. Not sure why I've got a me on the moving map, so once again following Highway 40, should cross over the Petrified Forest National Park at some point if we continue on this routine. As I said, over into New Mexico, destination Black Rock, which is about 6,500 feet above sea level, which is yeah, pretty high up. We've got a weather request, and in the destination we can expect 2 knots gusting to 10. That's quite funny. Only 26.1 degrees. So it's probably actually a lot warmer here in the UK, so it feels like it anyway, than it is in Black Rock. Mind you, it's quite high up, don't forget that. Elevation will have an effect on the temperature, so probably lower down and be a lot warmer. So yeah, we're back pretty much in the deserts again. This is the 11th leg of my coast to coast tour. Quite a long leg because we've got 72 miles to the next waypoint. So this is yeah, in fact I might actually take us up to 13,000 feet. Beautiful clear weather, barely a cloud in the sky. And I can't remember what the wind direction said it was actually. Let's check that again. Destination winds 2 knots to winds 30, so we're good to land runway 6. I think the wind's coming from 030, only gusting up to 10. No clouds reported at all, so it's a beautiful clear day. Ironically, across to our right over there somewhere is a town called Snowflake, which when you consider we're in sort of a desert environment, does seem a strange choice to name a town. So to say Highway 40 we should see just under our wing there, following it along. Is he going to give me a river name? No. No, unfortunately it's not. We will pass further down this road, Joseph City. That's a shame it doesn't give me the river name. Pretty good. Climb out, passing that 1,000 feet now, so I'm taking us up to 13,000 feet today. Wind's pretty light, it's a very fine day for flying. Not like my earlier flight today in real life, back from Edinburgh, which I will be uploading to the channel in due course. Had an absolutely cracking time up in Scotland, I must say. So it's certainly a fine city to visit if you're ever up that way in Edinburgh. So yeah, Joseph City over there. Not really much of a city though, is it? I'm not sure what the rules are that constitute a city in the United States. Typically in the UK, a city is obviously traditionally somewhere with a cathedral. It's typically how you acquired city status, though the rules may have changed since then. After Joseph City we'll have Holbrook, still on the Highway 40. And then Highway 40 splits through the Petrified Forest National Park. Let's Google that actually, see what it looks like. Petrified Forest National Park, let's have a look. National Park in Arizona. It covers about 230 square miles. It's named for its large deposits of petrified wood, apparently. That's Interstate 40. Not Highway 40, it's Interstate 40. I assumed it was just Highway 40. It's Interstate. Yeah. Looks, I'm just looking at photos of it. It looks really nice actually. It's a very arid but quite beautiful looking landscape actually. Wow, it does look nice. Okay, the plane seems a little reluctant to climb above 11,000 feet. Not sure why. Let's kick the VS back in. This never ceases to amaze me, the vastness of this country. No, it's not even the biggest country in the world. Of course, that accolade belongs to Russia. I have to see actually if there is a. I don't think there is, but a tour across Russia would be quite cool. That my virtual airline do. Although having said that, there is no really decent scenery once you get to the Asian part of Russia. You just get the default. All big global scenery is a little bit lacking, so probably isn't a tour across there, and even if there was, it wouldn't be particularly fun because the scenery, unlike real life, would be pretty bland. Lean the mix a bit more and gives us a bit more oomph. I still can't get over the elevation of this airport is 6,500 feet up Black Rock, which is yeah, that's higher than the highest mountain in the United Kingdom, Ben Nevis, which is what, about 4,800 feet, is it? See in a minute. Ben Nevis, which is obviously up in Scotland, is so I'm giving me meters, thanks. Great. 4,411 feet. There we go. I'm not sure how much distance we got off after that waypoint, so what I might do is I might come back down to my instruments and remember how to do this now. We go flight plan, and I do believe we go Zuni, enter, yes, there we go. So he did it. So active waypoint, we're 64 miles away. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's my active waypoint. Fabulous. Quite a barren, flat landscape now. Although we will be approaching, as we cross into New Mexico, another range of mountains. Once we traverse those mountains, we'll be passing Albuquerque. A settlement city, I guess it is, that's leapt to global renown thanks to, of course, the awesome series. Why are we still climbing? Awesome series of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I don't know why we're still climbing. I don't know what's going on in this. It's level off now. Thank you very much. Weird. Sure why it's doing that. No, it's supposed to level off. Bizarre. Yeah, so that's Albuquerque. Of course, needs no introduction. But we're not there yet. We're not a million miles away from there. Probably about 30, 60, 80. We're about still 300 miles from there. So, as far as our trans-US tour goes, we're about, let's see, 11 legs. So we're about a quarter of the way through it. Still a long, long way to go. New Mexico, and then we should, if we stay on a straight course, should just pass into the northern part of Mexico, and then on to New Mexico. What am I talking about? We're in New Mexico, northern part of Texas. Mexico is far to the south. It's been a long day, okay. And then into Oklahoma, of course. After Oklahoma will come Kansas. So yeah. Anyway, we should now have a petrified forest below us, but I don't think Orbix have really modelled it, highlighted it in any great detail. Certainly not from this altitude. Probably wouldn't see much from this altitude anyway. Anyway, we're just crossing over Interstate 40. But yeah, we're now in the area of the petrified forest. Not that there's much down there. Why that P3D weather update thing that disappears really annoying. Now we can see it now. Crop that out. Excellent, right. We are now 50 miles away. A long old where Black Rock is. I think it's even marked on my my little map here. Interesting. So I guess in the States, with the road naming convention, interstate must obviously be a road that traverses multiple states, as the name suggests. And then perhaps ones that don't are just a highway then. Who knows? So 6,500, so we are about 6,500 above it actually. So it's one of the longer legs of this tour. So we're passing out from the Petrified Forest now, National Park, and we carry on now over towards the state border with New Mexico. Zin, so it's around Zini Pablo. That's not Pablo, it's Pueblo. Murdering the pronunciation of these places, I must say. So by all means, ridicule me for it in the comments, but at least tell me how to say it properly. Not all that much further to go now. So my guess is, let's just call this place Zuni, that the airport will be somewhere between these two, what looks like rocky outcrops on Navigraph's world map. That's thanks to the recent Navigraph update that now gives you a world map that may be able to give you information like we just crossed the Petrified Forest National Park. It's a nice new feature they added, the ability to look at a world map rather than just a map of airways and waypoints. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Doubt the airports can really get, or airfields can really get much higher than than this. I'm sure at some point as we continue on they will start to come down. As I've been doing this tour, I've tried to vary the times of day I'm flying at. So when I left San Francisco, you remember that was early morning, and we're now getting into some evening times. I probably won't try and do one at night. It's certainly not whilst we're over a remote area, because you just won't see anything. Maybe when we get to New York or something, I might try and do a nighttime arrival into JFK perhaps, just to really tank my frame rate. Last time out in this plane, I did an absolutely dreadful landing. So let's hope we can make amends this time out. About 26 miles to go, so we'll begin our descent as we go. Around about 15 miles out should be enough. It's only got 6,500 feet to drop down, so perhaps alter my course more easterly heading for the time being. So we're only about less than 10 miles from state border now, so anything you see right in the distance there will be New Mexico. In fact, this line you can see down my map here is in fact the state border. Be landing runway 6. I forgot to check what kind of runway surface we can inspect, so I have to keep my eyes peeled just in case it's another dirt strip. "20 miles out. Take ourselves down to 10,000 feet now. Ease the power back, begin our descent. Make a turn, and momentarily for our approach in. And we should be crossing the state border momentarily, as you can see. Okay, turning in now for our approach. See if people mountains about. Not expecting any problems in the terrain. Keep our eyes peeled as we approach. Take down to 8,500. Increase the rate of descent. Kill the throttle a bit. Bring that in. Think about putting the lights back up there and there. It's only 12 miles out now. So yeah, we're over the border now, as you can see. Somewhere ahead of me here is a airfield somewhere. Try and see if I can get eyes on it. I certainly don't see it. Ah, there it is. Just in front of the water here. Okay, we're way too high, way off to the side. It's really killed my so we're way too high. so I can get the flaps down, kill the speed a bit more. There we go. Should do the trick. Now the wind's behind me, which I thought the wind was supposed to be coming at from 30. Well, that was unexpected. In fact, it's a few things to think about. Okay, the airfield's just there. God, it's really buffeting me about now. You're alright for altitude. Wind is playing havoc. It's swung right round. It's with a variable wind now, seems. As this one of these really narrow landing strips as well, by the looks of things. There's no pappies, which don't help at all. Just to get you an idea of the spatial awareness in sim is not always that great, to be honest. We're way off to, we're making a right pig's ear of this approach. So we're way off to the side. Hopefully we try and reclaim some credibility with it. Oops. Now the wind swung round to where I expected it to be. It's interesting. We're really way off the centre line here, and this does look like one of those a little bit more power. I was going to stall it if I'm not careful. Horribly off centre line. Now we've got it back. Now we're almost coming too far the other way. This does look quite narrow, I have to say. Best to make a tiny landing. Oof, that was heavy. That was very heavy landing. That wasn't particularly great again, I'm afraid. And there's a narrow runway as well. Not that that's any excuse. But I think when we replay this, we're would have cracked a few spines, that's for sure. Okay, let's taxi off and stop. Yeah, that wasn't great. That really wasn't great, was it? Anyway, welcome to Black Rock. Which, yeah. It's probably very nice in real life, the scenery. It's a bit empty. Okay, let's review that probably another awful landing. I'm not sure what happened there, to be honest. Anyway, let's taxi up to us. So, C, power off. What am I doing? Turn that off there. Farmer P ramp. Oh dear, that really wasn't a great landing, was it? Fine club, yeah. Okay, let's go back and take a look at just how bloody awful that was. Start from the tower view. There's a bit of a messy approach as well. And then we come down. Oof. Yeah. That was pretty damn firm, wasn't it? Get a better perspective from a lock spot. Let's have a look. And then of course we'll do the nose view to finish. I certainly didn't float it that time, that's for sure. Totally the opposite of my previous landing. You remember the landing previously on this stuff, I floated it like mad, well I certainly didn't do that this time. Okay, and... Ooh. Well, it was firm. Could have been a little bit softer, it wasn't dreadful. But yeah, bit firm that one, and of course, a bit off the centre line. I'll give that about 6.5 out of 10. I think that one. Feel free to rate my landing out of 10 in the comments. By the way, that brings us to the end of this leg of the tour. Thank you very much for joining me for it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you all again on another flight in the very near future. Goodbye for now.